Let's get into how to engage a multi-generational workforce. By the end of this video, you're going to be ready to start driving the fantastic outcomes that can come from a highly engaged multi-generational workforce. We're going to talk about how each generation wants to be engaged, and then how to keep that engagement once you have it. And I'll reveal to you the crucial human skill that lies at the heart of leading a multi-generational workforce from collision to chemistry. The first thing you want to do when you're trying to figure out how to better lead a multi-generational workforce from collision to chemistry is get curious, right? Get curious. Find out what matters to them. Find out their relationship with employment. Find out the things that form the decisions they're going to make every day about how they show up at your business and the level of performance that they give to you. So every generation has a distinct relationship with employment. Each one has a North Star, a central orienting point. So for boomers, baby boomers, it's loyalty. For Gen X, it's excellence. For millennials, also known as Gen Y, it's exchange, value exchange. And for Gen Zers, it's safety. Wildly different points of view and areas of focus. But once you understand what those are, you've got the basic building blocks of knowing how to engage each component of your multi-generational workforce. Next, once you know their relationship with employment, accept it. Like, don't fight human nature. First of all, because you're not going to win, and your efforts are going to cost you a lot of time and a lot of operational money that you could use elsewhere to be driving profit. Accept each generation's relationship with employment as a starting point and use it as the most powerful source of momentum when it comes to being an incredibly effective people leader in a cross-generational workforce. Next, when you engage them, you got to engage them in ways that are meaningful to them, right? This is not about you relating to them from your relationship with employment. It's about you relating to them within the context of their relationship with employment. That's also human nature. People are motivated to give you what they want most when they see that giving that to you is a pathway to them getting what they want most. And I promise you, no matter how dedicated any one of your employees is to your business's success, they do not care more about you succeeding than they care about them and their loved ones getting the life that they want. That is why they work. Here's an example. About 6 weeks ago, I went to a dinner party with my husband and two of his cousins. Both those cousins are millennials. Both had just had a new child. So now one of the couples had 2 children, one couple had 3. Both of them during that dinner party talked about how they cannot physically live in the environment they're in anymore. They have to find a bigger space to live. Both of them rent because they can't yet afford the down payment to buy a house, right? They talked about how they're stuck in that space between needing to be able to buy a bigger space and invest in their future for their family, but actually not being able to do it and having no clear path based on their current salary. Also, one of the couples, they were both doctors. These are not low-paying jobs, right? This is not a matter of people mismanaging their money. This is just that it's taking longer for millennials to get what they need. Now, if you're their leader and you talk to them about, hey, this is an idea of how your career path could actually help you get to that place where you can buy a house on a 30-year mortgage before you're 40 or 45, that is going to engage those people. Also, I mentioned this earlier, but it's super important that you accept the fact that the reason why people work is to get the life they want. It may sound a little weird at first when you hear me say that they won't ever love your business more than they love their life, and that is actually the key to getting the best work from them, but it's true. Because when you think about it, we're all working to get the life that we want. So are you. You could be a CEO. You're still working to get the life you want. You could run your own business. Still, running your own business might be a part of the life you want, and you're doing it to get things so that you can give yourself and your loved ones, food, shelter, safety, security, pleasure, and leisure on your terms. So don't fight that reality. It's not going to help you. Now, on that crucial human skill that's at the heart of effective cross-generational leadership, here it is. Are you ready? It is communication, collaboration, and compromise. And to do any of that, you have to be curious about them. You have to be willing to learn their relationship with employment, how they approach things on their terms based upon where they're born into the arc of history, what generation they're in. And then you need to be willing to use that understanding to turn toward each other empathetically, to be able to find pathways forward on difficult issues, things that are a collision, things that are conflict in the workplace. You can go from collision to chemistry across generations if you will focus on everybody coming to the table, everybody getting some things they need, and everybody giving some things up. There is no path forward across the massive differences between generations in the workforce without compromise and without communication, because those two things make collaboration possible. Collaboration in a business is efficiency, it's satisfaction, it's revenue, and it's profit. Now that we've talked about how to engage a multi-generational workforce, I bet you want to know why it's helpful. So the link in the description of this video is going to take you to my video on why a multi-generational workforce is a competitive advantage. It's got tons of information, insights, tactics, and data from reputable sources that really talk through why it matters and why it's so helpful for a business's profitability, success, and employee satisfaction to have a multi-generational workforce. It is an asset, it is not a problem, it is a challenge worth taking on, and if you click the link in the description, you're going to find a video that helps you do that.